Domino Ace, episode 8. Go, fuck it. Oh my, you wouldn't believe this fucking episode of Domino Ace. Oh my god. I just couldn't say shit about it. Like, it just put me in the stump. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Oh. I did not see that coming at all with fucking Chris. I didn't. But the episode was basically sort of really deep and emotional. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The last scene, it was really good, yet I don't know. I don't know about that whole thing. Because he's basically like, you made me look like... And then it did that whole voice effect, like, for that really deep, impactful, like, line. And it was stupid moron now. Like, I look like a stupid moron now. No. That just... Like, right in the middle, I was getting all hyped, and I was like, yes. Like, oh my god, this is deep. This is getting good. Like, you know, he's realizing that he was a hypocrite. Hypocrite would have been a perfect fucking phrase to throw in there. No. Instead of that shit, they said, fuck it. Let's do something that, I don't know. But then, right after that, immediately, they stepped it right back up. So, I'm okay with it. But, I don't know. It just, in my opinion, it didn't need the voice effect. Because they wanted to make it seem like that was going to be the most important phrase that he said. And I get that that's Eijun's sort of... Wait a minute. If they did it because that's Eijun's way of thinking, like, he isn't going to use words like, you made me become a hypocrite. You know, why you let me talk to you like this when you're going through all this stress? Like, when you're going through all this fucking training and pain. Why? And you're just going to let me talk to you like that? An inexperienced kid going to talk to you like... I don't know. But immediately after that, fucking, yeah, just, and you just hear that fucking clank, and I'm just like, yes. Like, the dude was showing them ultimate sign of respect and just begging for assistance. And, I'm not gonna lie, though. I'm not gonna lie. When he raised his head, I was disappointed that there wasn't even a little bit of blood. Like, no, come on, let's be honest. If he would have smashed his head down, and then as he raised it back up, and you just saw some fucking blood drizzle down, that would have been epic as shit. He's just bleeding, he's like, he ain't doing shit until you give him an answer. He literally fucked up his head just to beg you for some help. Like, oh my. But I'm cool with it either way. I mean, that's just something personally I would have liked to see, but they didn't incorporate it in there. Because I was really, when he was lifting up his head, I was expecting just blood to come down. Like, that's what you do. You headbutt some hard shit and then you bleed. Like, but I'll let it go because I still enjoyed that moment. Anyway. But the basic episode is, we got, of course, Eijun doing his new training regimen he gets from Chris, which is basically to work on his inner core and to prevent injuries, which ties in later. Training, he does all the training, then he goes into Chris's room at night, like, will you catch my pitch? And he's like, no. And basically he's like, fuck that, nigga, all I need is my fucking tire. Nigga running with his tire. He continues on training, and then, of course, he noticing and he's getting angry that Chris is constantly fucking leaving every fucking practice early. Guess what, Chris? I don't want another sheet. Fuck this. All I need is my tire. And then from there, basically we find out about the mandatory game in 2 days. And fast forwards 2 days later, and we're at the game, and it's starting, and we don't even see the beginning of the game. We just see the end. Because I don't want to really mention it that much, but basically there's this whole thing with Miyuki and for you. I'm pissed off too because I finally learned this nigga's name and I cannot pronounce it right now. I don't know why, I just can't. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Nigga with the nasty ass fucking, yeah, fuck cannon, yes. Basically, he gets put in the second half. Well, not really the second half. He gets put in near the end of the game. I believe there are only like 4 innings left. And basically, Tanada, he was throwing pretty good. But then, unfortunately, he starts slipping up and he let go of some runners and now they're 4 behind. Anyway, dude's debut, he gets fucking 6 straight strikeouts. Like, yeah, 18, fucking, yeah. And the problem is that his pitch is so fast that they're swinging when it could easily become a ball. Like, because it's just going. There's no chance they're going to hit it, but they don't have any time to react. They swing before they can really think about it. And we got, of course, Eijun just watching this, and he's getting pissed off because he wants to be the fucking ace. Then Chris out of nowhere, there's no way I'm going to acknowledge you as the ace of this team, and then goes on other shit. And then basically, you don't know what I go through, you're always leaving early, what the fuck's your problem? If you want to give up, then just give up already. And he's like, basically, he's just walking away, and Chris is like, don't end up like me, Eijun. Eijun's face, and this nigga literally looked like he just shit himself. I'm like, oh my god. Like, Eijun looked like he was about to get his ass. Like, dude's face was, that was just so much. Like, that was too much fucking fear. Like, I mean, legitly. It's reasonable, though, because he never saw Miyuki. Like, Miyuki's just a normal guy, and then this, you know, this nice, happy, all-around guy just instantly fucking snaps on Eijun. And Eijun is just fucking shocked by it, and he's just traumatized. And, like, legitly, even on the ride in the fucking car, this dude's fucking... Basically, Miyuki, I can't forgive that. I can't let that shit slide. And he's like, oh my god, I'm out. And so Eijun and Miyuki, they might have a very fucked up friendship right now. I don't think Miyuki's gonna forgive him that easily, because he's doesn't know the situation. And basically, he finds out about Chris's injury. Basically, we find out that Miyuki, the only person that Miyuki couldn't beat was Chris's team back in junior high. And the thing about it is, we're led to believe now that Chris is a much better catcher than Miyuki is. It's just Miyuki's getting all the attention. But Miyuki could never, ever, ever beat Chris. And so he has a high respect for him. And the fact that with all this pressure on him, and the fact that his dad is like this fucking, yeah, he's a star. His dad's a fucking star, and he has all this pressure on him, and he was talented, and he was a tactician, and all that. He was very good. But all that stress, he just kept on playing. And it just got to his head, and he got injured, and he just kept on playing. He kept on trying to live up to all the expectations of all these people that were just constantly just weighing in on him. And eventually he just disrupted. Well, like, he ruptured. This nigga ruptured, like, everything. Like, oh my god. Miyuki took over for him. And the whole thing is that Eijun's now realizing that Chris, he isn't giving up at all. Eijun, in a sense, is the one that's sort of kind of giving up when you really look at it. Because he's just taking everything Chris says, and he's like, nah, I'm not doing that. It's like, look at what Chris is doing. This dude was literally told that he wouldn't finish, of course, as a player. Like, they're like, the best you're going to do is probably finish as a manager. We're going to bump you up to manager. You've been out for a year. Like, there's no way you're going to finish as a player. And he's just struggling through his rehabilitation, just lifting up. Just the pain, you can see it. And the thing about it is, Eijun's realizing, like, this dude, all he wants to do, with, of course, her reiteration, is he just wants to finish as a player. He isn't going to stop. He's staying in second string. He's going to do whatever he can in order to play. It's happening. Fuck it. No. Let's rate this shit first. I'll give this episode right here 9.1 out of 10. I'm going to give it a great. This week's episode was great. It was a little bit better than good because it had that extra factor, that new twist about Chris. Yeah, so it was a 9.1 out of 10. It was a great motherfucking episode this week. I mean, when you really look at the whole situation that developed around Chris, I did not see that coming, and it just became a shocker. And now Eijun, he's in the complete wrong right now. And so now the question is, how is this going to proceed? And I am... I'm kind of disappointed now, for one reason. The way it looks like we're gonna have 3 pitchers. I'm not for that. I could take Chu. I could honestly take Chu, but I cannot take 3. Because when you really look at it, Tanada, we rarely see this dude ever pitch, and so the fact is that anytime he's pitching, they're obviously most likely gonna skip it in the anime. So cut that shit out the anime. Like, that's gone. That's out of the game. And then we got them basically they're gonna split up half the game or just a couple of pitches between fucking this F motherfucker. I'm not gonna even try and pronounce stick his name anymore. For you, fuck, cannot say it. There, proof. Anyway, and then Eijun, and they're gonna possibly, if Eijun manages in this fucking season, nonetheless, because I think this is actually only like a 13. Oh my god, that would fucking suck if he didn't. But yeah, that's how I see it happening. There's gonna be some type of 3-pitcher source situation, and it's just basically gonna be broken or split in half. Like they're gonna split in half once. Like half is time to like yeah, you just got half the episode that we're not gonna see, and then they're gonna split it half and half. Like for you and motherfucking Eijun, and it's gonna be like yeah, and I'm like ah fuck yeah bye.